Great. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. This is Robert from Custodian File. All right, I just want to replay some of the, revisit some videos from the past here, some of the better ones. This is an Earth drone. I'm going to show you 3 different Earth drones because Earth drones can be used as bait, UAP bait. You fly an Earth drone, Marina Del Rey, pretty much anywhere, but you fly one here. You're going to get the attention of a UAP dragon. I call them dragon because I thought they were dragonflies 6 years ago. And I just left my camera on. I went to lunch. I came back. I found this. This is a high-tech cinema drone, probably like $20,000. I believe it's called photogrammetry. They're checking out the landscape. They're looking for movement, any type of anomalies, movement in the area. He does trigger the Ka band. He does trigger a dragon. Look at the interpolation. You can go back and play the video. It's so darn fast. Timeline 918. But he does get, the drone does get tagged. So this is just one example of bait, how you can tag these UAPs. Let's go to the next drone. Okay, what we have here, my neighbor across the street, he was flying his Earth drone off his roof, and I happened to be on my balcony, and I said, oh, darn, what a lucky opportunity. I know what's going to happen. So I turned my camera on really fast, and I zoom in on his Earth drone, knowing that I had to do this quickly because he's going to get tagged. So this wasn't a video where I had to leave it on for an hour. This was maybe under 10 seconds. I mean, I barely caught him. I turned my camera on, I swung it over, and then boom. Look, he just, look, day and night right there. I mean, there's an Earth drone, there's the UAP dragon. Hard to say, maybe 100, 150 feet from the Earth drone. Now, I'm not going to say this is going to happen 100% of the time, but out of 3 Earth drones in my neighborhood, all 3 got tagged. I'm pretty confident. Now, I did borrow a drone from a friend of mine, but when you turn it on, it says you are in restricted area, shut off your drone. So I did shut it off because of the airport. But nevertheless, bait. This is, I mean, you want evidence, I mean, how clear is that? Think about it. How much more clear? I mean, do you want to call it a hawk? You think that's a bird? You think it's a bug? Like I said, I recorded that within 10 seconds. And I recorded this one more time with another drone in the neighborhood. Let's go to the next. Super, here we are. So a gentleman in the neighborhood had a drone. And I told him, hey, why don't you launch your drone? Let me go to my camera first. I'll tell you when. So he launched it, and again, within 20 seconds, this drone comes straight off the ground, or this dragon comes straight off the ground. Now the Earth drone is where the letter D is, right there in the middle. The dragon eclipsed the Earth drone. That's why you do not see the Earth drone. So the dragon is in front of the Earth drone where the letter D is. And I think it's their way of communicating. If you humans are so smart, you notice we've eclipsed the Earth drone and you cannot see it. So obviously they hacked into the Wi-Fi on my camera. They framed themselves perfectly. This is how they operate. This is the kind of AI. When I say AI, I'm talking about UAP, UFO AI. I'm not talking about Earth AI. This is what they can do. This is beyond impressive. Because you're saying, well, where's the Earth drone? It's been eclipsed. It's right there where the letter D is. By the way, please remember to like, subscribe, comment. I could use your support. I need all the support I could get here. Okay, great. If you have questions, leave your questions, comments. I'd love to hear from you, whether negative, good. If you want to call them bugs, that's fine. I'll have a little dialogue about the bug conversation. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, welcome back. So here, let me give you an update here. The picture on the left with the airliner, I just posted that a few days ago and was very close to the camera. That was during a military show. It's the easiest way to find UAP dragons. Watch military shows, so easy. So some of you were saying, God, that's so close to the camera. It's got to be a bug. And I get it. That's what your brain tends to want to believe, especially if you have no concept of dragons. What else are you going to believe? I get it. But I got a very lucky shot of comparison. So when the Navy Seahawk flew over my roof a few months ago, I decided to check my roof camera. It's very time consuming, but I decided to check it because if anything is going to stimulate a dragon, it will be a Navy Seahawk. And my assumption, my guess was correct. So look at the right side. This thing, these dragons, they're just leaving the ground. They're maybe 1/10 or 1/20th of a second. So that's when they're still about 1 inch in diameter. Look at the similarities. So one picture's in the UK and the other one's in Marina del Rey. They almost look like a black olive with some type of a wing. It's not a bumblebee. I know there's a tendency, a propensity to, like, Robert, this has got to be a bug. This is way too weird of a coincidence. Remember, I have that video in Chicago where this thing is flying down the sidewalk behind a guy's leg, a runner's leg. So yeah, when velocity is 0 or close to 0, they shrink into about 1 inch, and this is what it looks like. The only difference is the color. Once they're moving, they turn dark. When they're parked, they're about a brass copper tone patina. But there you go. I mean, I think that's some pretty decent evidence here. I hope some of you agree with that. And then some of you might say, oh, Rob, that's just 100%. It's a bug. So I respect that. I know you want to be cautious. Nobody wants to be on the wrong side of history, right? But if you're on board with these dragons, I think you're not only on the right side of history, you're in the front of the line. So just want to put that out there. You tell me what you think. Give me your honest feedback. All right, let's go to the next. Okay, super. Here's an image of a World War II fighter plane, the Corsair. I believe they're Navy base. So look, 4 of them fly by my house. They fly by over Marina del Rey. I wasn't home. The roof camera caught it. I think I heard about it and I went back, I checked the roof camera. So look at these guys. They're burning rubber in the sky. I speeded up the film. They're leaving all kinds of smoke trails. And I think they made 3 circles. Right here in front of us. That's the hot zone. I'll tell you, the dragons must have been going crazy. Those UAP dragons were going nuts. If I was on my balcony, oh my God, I can imagine how good the video would be. Something like this. It doesn't take much. Remember, a balloon will trigger a dragon, let alone 4 of these puppies flying over. So I have no clue. What were they doing? Flying for fun? And now they're just leaving. Just want to share that with you. Any feedback? What do you think? Were they practicing for an air show? I don't know. I see the strangest things over Marina del Rey. The aircraft that show up, and you know, the 12 Black Hawks, these guys, blimps, sheriff, Seahawks, you name it. They're here. They're all here. All right, let's go to the next video. Okay, great. Listen, for you serious researchers out there on these UAPs, these UFOs, there was a big case in the 70s and 80s, a farmer in Switzerland, Billy Myers. Many of you know who he is, a lot of you don't, but it's worth checking out. If you're serious researchers, check out the Billy Myers UFO cases. This is just one page, not necessarily endorsing this page, but do a little research. It's to me, I'm on board with it. I know some people said, no, it's not. Supposedly they have a picture of one of the astronauts, and then she showed up on a TV show, but I don't really think that's evidence. If anything, I think she's a time traveler. She chose to be on TV. So I think all in all, it's on the up and up. There's no such thing as Photoshop 1970, and his pictures, if anything, are too good. So at least be aware of it, if anything. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, great. So yesterday there was a big police chase. Look at this dragon behind the two buildings, the black and white buildings. There was a police chase. The helicopters, the LAPD was here for 3 hours, circling right there where that dragon is, circling. So after an hour, I recorded this from the balcony for an hour. Then I decided to go to lunch and then drive down here and look around, see what's going on. I turned the camera on. And look what I'm recording here. There's a dragon obviously behind because he's appearing. Look at this. He's behind the building. That building's like a good 1,000 feet from me, maybe 2,000 feet. Just randomly, I just knew if that's where the police helicopter is, then you have very good possibility of recording a dragon. That's just how it is. They tag things in the air. So this thing is, what do we have, like 4 frames? It's at 60 frames a second, 4K on a cell phone. This is what you do. You wait for helicopters, and then if the helicopter, you landscape your phone sideways, zoom in halfway, not too close, and look, this is the results. This is behind the building. This is not in front. So again, I know there's a lot of viewers like, no, Robert, that's a bug. So there's no camera on planet Earth. I don't even think NASA could make a camera to record a bug, a real bug, at 2,000 feet. You would never need to. That's basically a 10-inch drone, size of a football. That's what we're looking at here. So I hope that's pretty hard evidence. And let me show you where the LAPD is at the same time. Okay, so in the exact same location, maybe 10 seconds later, I drove a little closer. There's the LAPD in the exact same location of the dragon. So what do you think? You think 1 and 1 is 2? Give me some honest feedback here. If you still think these are bugs, that's fine. I'd love to hear from you. I do have a pretty good science background. I am a clinical pharmacist. Took 7 years to figure out all this science. I wouldn't be wasting your time on bugs. And Congress and the Pentagon would not be reporting my data either. As you know, they are reporting 2,000 miles an hour with an X-band. That is what I've documented 5 years ago. So here it is. This is how you do it. This is, I don't know what more I could do. I mean, I would have stopped and pulled over for an hour, but I can't do this 724. You know what I'm saying? I have to have a life too. So you just drive by, and actually I was hoping to catch this dragon coming down those high voltage lines to get another induction, because 5 years ago I do have in the same location, he was coming down those high voltage lines and he's recharging, and I'm sure he was recharging here too. I just didn't have my camera pointed in the right direction. And I do have 1 hour of video camera from my balcony of this police chase. It's going to take me 3 or 4 days to edit because that's a lot of video to edit. So this is only part 1. Maybe in the next post I'll have that video ready. But I just wanted to give you a preview, a trailer. Look what's going on here. This is how it works. So again, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment. Thank you for watching. I support any of your feedback. I could use your help, your good energy. And until the next video, stay safe. Thank you.